It's working.
Hello. So pro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gamers Confessional, episode 367. It's me, Vimesy, in the hot seat with me tonight. The life of Pet.
Hello.
We're going by names of Twitters now. And the Clarky Snap.
Good evening, Vimesy74.
There you go. See, there's our plugs. Welcome to another chaotic episode of the Gamers Confessional. We nearly made it live on time this evening. Nearly. We're only overshot by a couple of minutes, so that's good. If you're joining us on Twitch and YouTube, thank you very much. Nice to see the tens of you that have turned up. But thank you anyway. Tonight is a busy packed show. We've had lots of gaming goodness over the last couple of weeks. Pet is bringing the news to you. Clarky is telling you all about the latest gaming revelations, and I'm here I'm the sticky stuff that holds this thing together, kinda. Although possibly not with the way
you're the
at the moment. It's all going. Yes,
Hot tour.
It's better than that thing.
Of the Gamers Confessional. I'm not sure that's a good thing. So yes, welcome. How have we been, boys? Are we enjoying this literal 3 days of heat?
Oh, loving it, mate.
Stop.
Absolutely loving it.
Weirdly, the Greek is loving it and the Northerner is not loving it. That's good. I'm somewhere in the middle. But I'm enjoying it. It's nice to have a bit of heat, Clarky, don't you find?
My back feels like a wet carpet.
Your back looks like a wet carpet.
Pet will know this feeling.
I'm not that hairy on my back.
Pet is probably the
least hairy,
the smoothest of us all, shall we say?
Do you know what it is with my body? I can't stand up because I'm just in my boxers. But basically, my hair stops here.
Let's get them viewers in.
And then I'm not that hairy, believe it or not.
I don't know. You are relatively hairy. I mean, I've seen all the waxing strips at your place. I'm not sure it's Sean Equal. You know what I'm saying?
I don't wax.
So welcome. Clarky, you're actually dressed. You promised me you'd turn up today and out, but sweat basically.
Well, decency said otherwise.
Promises. I don't know why we bother sometimes. So let's get on with it. Pet,
Yo,
do you want to bring us the news?
Yeah, I can bring you the news. Yeah, it's that time where Pet brings the news for you.
I love this song.
Vimesy and Clarky's here to join the discussion too.
You've got to make a shorter version of it, though.
Discuss it in Pet's corner now.
You just be robbing
discuss it in Pet's corner now. Let's all discuss it in Pet's corner now. Let's all discuss it in Pet's corner now. Let's all discuss it. Okay, so the news.
Every fucking time cracks me up.
You like that? So the news. Do you know that it's Amazon Prime Day coming up?
Yes, every single time I apparently come onto my phone, it tells me.
July the 16th, July the 17th, Amazon Prime Day, for anyone who didn't know. And this year,
what are we? Money supermarket?
I'm just giving you the news. It's gaming related because Amazon do games as well. Did you know that?
Did they do games?
I think they're pretty much the only thing that does
15 free games. 15 free Games up to the build-up of July 16th for Amazon Prime Day.
Excellent.
We got some heavy hitters in there. We got.
Do we though?
Yeah. We got Call of Juarez. Remember that on the PS3?
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Wasn't that was worse than Gun?
I liked it. You could fight Jesse James and was it Jesse James? Who's that cowboy?
No, that's a Cher song, isn't it?
I don't know.
You've
got Hitman, Absolution, Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. That's a good game.
That only came out last year, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got some good games.
This is some heavy hitting.
It starts tomorrow. So tomorrow, in fact, 4 have started now. You can already get them as of right now.
Right.
That includes Call of Juarez. Then tomorrow we got some other ones. And then
is this coming straight off the IGN website, or is
No, it's not. It's GameSpot.
Just to point out, these will be PC only.
Yeah, this is PC only. And then July 3rd we got more, and then July 11th.
No one's on console anymore, Clarky. You know this.
Yeah.
So that's
clearly,
that news.
clearly, Pet's about to tell us that there's a Steam sale, the summer sale starting.
There's a summer sale starting.
Let him get to it, Clarky. Don't
Yeah.
be stealing his thunder. He spent a lot of time bringing
No,
this to us.
Clarky, if you want, you can take this one away.
What?
If you want, you can.
No,
you can explain about...
You'll have already had this written down, Pet.
Yeah, no, I will. I will explain right now about the Steam summer sale coming up.
Keep talking. You're covering up the sound of the keys clicking.
The Steam's 2004 summer sale is only a couple of days away.
Wow.
And according to my sources,
yes.
When
you say a couple of days away, when? Because people might be listening to this a couple of days from now.
When, isn't it? Is the question. It will start tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
so a
which
couple
is
of hours,
the 27th of June.
27th. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff on sale. Also, the Steam Deck is on sale, 15% off. So they're actually doing hardware as well as just software, including TVs and shit. So if you want a TV, actually, sorry, cancel that. There's no TVs. Just the Steam Deck is on sale.
I didn't realize there was a Steam TV.
No, there isn't. So there's no. Sorry, I read LCD models, and I thought it meant TV models. It meant Steam Deck LCDs.
Okay.
So that's
they're not selling the OLED off cheap yet.
No, and that goes all the way through to July. Well, 15% off everything of the OLED. No, not the OLED. The OLED's not for sale. The OLED's a good shit.
Have they stopped selling the OLED now then? No.
The sale is only for the LCD versions.
Yeah, well, they shift the rest of the inventory.
Yeah, exactly. So you got 64 gig model, you got 520 gig model, 512 gig model, and then the OLED full price, but 50% off if you want that. 50% off £400 is 40. It's about 60 quid. 60. Yeah, 60 quid off. 60 quid. It's quite good. Yeah, because 10% off 400 is 40 quid, right, Clarky? 20% is 80.
You can nearly afford the dock if you do that.
Yep. So that's that. And then did you? It's in the chat as well. Did you hear about Dr. Disrespect? Do you want that as gaming news?
Oh, you give me the gaming news, Pat. This is coming at you like Cleopatra.
So basically, there's this big. I don't know, Clark, if you know who Dr. Disrespect is.
I'm aware of it.
He has his hair.
He's a big.
Did you seriously stop to take a drink halfway through a sentence just there? He's the big glug glug. Hairy dude.
He's the funny. Here's the news. Basically, Dr. Disrespect is a big time Twitch person. Think of him on the level of how Ninja used to be. Kind of like that. I don't know
what happened to Ninja. Is he still around?
He grew up and he stopped doing the floss dance. Nobody wants to follow a 30-year-old.
He grew up. He's now a multi-millionaire. So what do you do?
Basically, he said probably. Dr. Disrespect. I've always liked him because he was like an older guy as well. Like the old guys.
You're younger than him, aren't you?
Well, here's the thing, yeah. So basically, he came off Twitch. He got a ban on Twitch. We don't know why.
This is a couple of years ago, isn't it?
This is 2020.
Yeah.
But now what's happened is someone from Twitch has come out. Take everything we say news-wise with a pinch of salt, by the way, yeah?
It's not like we do our homework.
In case we get sued, yeah?
But basically,
someone on Twitch started opening their mouth, and this is why you should keep your friends close. I don't think they were friends, but
and your young friends close.
And basically, they said what it was all about. And what it was all about was inappropriate behavior with a minor. So it is a serious project. Not project, serious matter. And minor.
It wasn't inappropriate behavior, it was inappropriate texting.
Yeah, so just to be crystal clear, he's come out and he tweeted it, and I read the tweet, and he was basically saying, like, listen, we settled this behind the scenes and like some
settled it.
That's what he said, yeah. And that's what the tweet said. And basically he goes like, I put my hands up, I was texting a minor, is what he said. However, no pictures were shared. I didn't meet the chick or the person. I don't know if it was a chick or a boy. I don't know. Didn't meet the what?
Coal or gold?
What?
Minor.
Cold or cock? What are you talking about?
Clarky's trying to do a funny.
Oh, I didn't understand it.
No, not many people would.
Did you understand it?
I did.
You did.
I did.
Okay, I don't quite understand it, but basically,
it's not worth the just keep going.
What is a minor? Is it under 18 or under 21 in America?
I don't know about in America, but in this country,
what
it'd
is
be
it?
under 16, but
Under 16?
or possibly 18. So it depends. But I would say
Do
if
you know
it's in
what?
this country, I'd say it's under 16.
Yeah, so he didn't do any like activity with the girl, but he did put his hand up. Bearing in mind, he's a married man with a daughter as well. It's a bad look, right? So that's come out. So since that's come out, it opened up all the books again. He's got a gaming studio, right?
Did
that? Well, they booted him out now as well. Or in his words, they've agreed to mutually consent to terminate the agreement.
Yeah.
And he's in a lot of shits right now because obviously his name's been dragged through the thing. Now that's one side to look on it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also another side.
Is there though?
Well, do you know what? Here's the thing that my friend said as well, yeah?
Okay.
Not about this, but about girls in general.
Oh.
And I'm going to be trying to be really, really careful, yeah?
Oh, boy. This is us cancelled.
There's some places even I won't go, Pet.
You choose to do this when you're going live, right? You couldn't do this when we used to.
No, I'm just going to give some friendly advice to all the fellas out there, yeah? When you're in it's just advice. That's what it is. When you're in a club, yeah? When you're in a club, just bear in mind, even though the club's over 18 and they've got to show ID to get in, girls get in under 18. Fact. Don't know how they do it because I get ID to this day. Me, Vinny, and Kyle get ID'd. Vinny's 45. We get ID'd. The chicks walk in for free. They walk in with all the chicks, and they can be 16, they can be 17 in the club. So, like my friend said, when you're talking to a girl, you got to ask for ID. How old are you? Brilliant. Can I have your ID, please? Because basically, then start chatting to the girl, start listening to the girl. You find out she's 17. Fucked. So there's no other way around it. So either don't talk to no one or go and talk and ask for ID because you're fucked. Now, I'm not saying he did this because he probably knew what was going on, but I'm just saying advice to fellas out there. Don't matter if she's in the club and she looks 23. I don't know what. Do you agree, Vimesy? I don't know what you're supposed to do now.
You can ask for passport documentation.
Ask for any ID. Don't take their word for it.
Basically. Look, I used to work on doors, and it was an absolute fucking nightmare because they'd have fake ID, they'd have all this sort of stuff. IDs. No, they'd have loads of fake IDs, and then of course the police would come down and they'd like pull them out, and then the club would get in trouble. So what are you supposed to do? We check the ID. The ID looks real.
Anyway, some of these girls.
Here's the thing. I don't think in this instance
to work on the door at somewhere.
As in selling the tickets. As in selling the tickets, not a bouncer.
Yeah, thank you. So from the top of that,
bar or something.
If you were to go like and say this guy was like doing it, you got to remember this is like what 2020? Did you say, Pat?
This was 2020 when he was sending the messages back and forth. Yeah.
So he would have been 37, 36.
I don't know how old he is. He must be
married.
I think he's older.
He is now, but then he wasn't.
Was he not? I think he's quite an old. Shall I find out how old he is?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He is now. He's like back when this happened, he would have been like mid to late 30s.
He's 42 now. This was
okay,
4
so
years ago.
He'd have been 37 then, 37, 38.
37, 38, yeah.
Right? So even that, a 37, 38-year-old texting somebody who is, let's say, probably under the age of 20.
His wife is good, by the way.
Oh, God. Well, not... Yeah. All I'm saying is, even if she was vaguely like around that, okay, maybe 20, he's still 20 years older than her, right? It's not a good look. And the fact that he come out and said, look, this has all been settled, I'm not sure that's a particularly good look either.
But even if she wasn't a minor, that makes it even worse. But even if he's not a minor, he's still got a wife.
Yeah.
So he's still fucked.
I don't know how old his kid is, but you know, regardless, right? I think coming out with the kind of if shit's happened and his Twitch employees have come out and said this is why, and it's been more than one. There are about 3 or 4 that came forward and said that. I think the worst possible defense you can do is say, look, I might have been, they were leaning towards the inappropriate. It was something like that. He said,
yeah.
And then they were leaning towards the inappropriate, and it's all been settled, so don't worry about it. It's like,
oh, for God's sake! Apparently, he was trying to meet her at TwitchCon as well. Oh, for fuck's sake! He got caught for sexting and it was sexting. I thought he was just texting her.
I mean, to be fair, whenever I text, it's basically a sex.
It's all over now.
Oh, this gets worse and worse. I thought he was just texting her. I didn't realize he was sexting.
Well, I'm glad you're bringing us
telling me
the news.
I'm just read it now. Oh no. Okay, yeah, it's not a.
So he's decided he's going to take a little break away with his family, but he'll be back.
Who got time? Got fucking. How has he got time to be sexting a chick as well?
What do you mean? How's he got time? What do you mean? How's he got time? He's just a fucking streamer, pal. What do you think he does?
He streams 7 hours a day. He's got a wife and family. Like, boom, bam. Let's just imagine the girl was 25. He's still fucking got time to.
You're allegedly holding down a full-time job and have a missus.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not wasting time sexting. I'm going out doing the business. I'm not.
Yes, that's the problem.
Yeah, but like, we're not 14 years old anymore to be sexting. What are you wearing, baby?
We didn't have sexting when I was 14, mate. We didn't have phones in
telegrams. Telegrams.
There were no mobiles when I was 14. You kidding me?
Yeah, it was like.
Basically, I had to stand on my roof with a mirror and kind of like flash the semaphore at Clarky from the other side.
So
anyway, so that's the disrespect.
That's the disrespect news. You want more news as well, or have you had enough?
It depends if you've got anything relevant, mate. If this is just you digging through GameSpot trying to scrape the barrel.
Yeah, have you got anything new to tell us, Pet?
No, not yet. I've got nothing.
Okay.
No.
All right, I suppose we should move on to what we've been playing then. Clarky, can you think of any news that's come out recently?
Particularly, no.
Excellent. Right, move on to what we've been playing then. Well, why not? I might as well go first because I
no. Shall I go? Well, I can.
No, I don't want you to go first.
No, let Pet go.
No, we don't want to. Pet's forgiven. You know, he's given up all rights to tell us what he's been playing with that shoddy excuse of a news segment.
What do you mean? Let the disrespect. Amazon Prime, and then I've run out of time.
I don't think we should let him talk about what he's been playing because it's just disgraceful. And also, he's itching to do something. I can just tell by his face. He's itching. He's got something up his. I was going to say up his sleeves, but then I looked at his vest and just thought, ain't no sleeves.
It's the Great Basketball top.
Oh, okay. I didn't need the low. Go on then, Pete. You tell me what you've been playing.
Well, I haven't really been. Well, apart from, I got this.
Why are you looking down at the floor?
I don't know. I got this fucking. I don't know what this is. I've had this like. What is this thing? I've had this fucking. What is this?
It's a box.
I've had this, Vimesy.
Right. No wonder you've not been playing anything. It's an Xbox.
Do you know what it is? An Xbox. And it's got on it.
Has it got 8K on it? Does it say 8K on it?
Sea of Thieves, which I can play on my PlayStation.
Right.
And Steam Deck.
Halo Infinite, which was shit. World exclusives like Minecraft.
Not available on any other platform.
Guess who got me this?
Was it Santa Claus?
It was Clarky for my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Clarky got me this for my birthday.
He bought you a Series S for your birthday.
Well, technically, didn't buy it for me.
Could he not stretch to an X? Fucking tight ass. He really is.
No, thank you, Clarky. Clarky basically messaged me going, "Can I say the story, Clarky?"
I mean, do you want me to play the news jingle again?
No. But Clarky was basically like, we were talking about Xboxes and stuff like that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna buy one when I get when Indiana Jones and Elder Rings," and then we were talking about like price and stuff. He was like, "Oh, I might sell mine. What are you thinking, Pet?" And then all of a sudden he's like, "You know what? Happy birthday!" And he just sent me his thing.
This is what happens when you make him feel guilty for forgetting your birthday.
My favorite part was the unboxing video he sent me of the item that I boxed about 3 days previously.
Yeah. So
it was well packaged though, wasn't it?
It was amazingly packaged. Everything's in
arrived
there. Apart from the fucking controller. Apart from the controller's not in there.
Yeah, it is.
What? No, it's not. Is
Open the box. Open the box.
Oh dear God!
Hold on.
I'll tell you what. I bet you. He
No,
hasn't-
I want this done live now. Open the box.
I bet he's not even looked in the box, Clarky. He's not
I
even
haven't looked in the box. I
plugged it in.
Why ain't plugged it in? Because I didn't want you to see. Because me and Clark, I thought I'll keep it a surprise until the show. Yeah.
Right. You see that large cardboard rectangle towards the back of the box?
Cardboard rectangle. What? This bit?
No, right at the top there.
Yeah,
right.
just above. Right. Put your hand on.
Oh my God! Down a bit, up a bit, above the Xbox.
Up,
cardboard
right
bit. You lift
console.
the thingy up.
It's got like a hole.
That's it.
Oh, there's the. Oh, sick.
Hell.
Yes, I found it.
And all the
There should have been a little
cables,
sign on that.
What do you think I'd sent it you in all fucking cables?
I thought it was just the box.
Oh my dear God!
Jesus Christ!
How many? When you get a telly, you just chuck all the packaging out.
Nice, thank you.
No, Pet, inside the box still some batteries.
Oh yeah, there is.
I bet they're not.
And you got the cables as well. That's nice. HDMI. No. Thank you, Clarky. This gets better and better. I will plug it in now. I promise. I was going to buy some cables.
Seriously, when you bought your PlayStation, did you just take the PlayStation out of the box, chuck the bin with everything else in it, and then nip down the shop and get some controllers?
No, but that wasn't obvious. Is that obvious?
Well, what do you mean it wasn't obvious? What do you mean? It's a bloody great big box.
To be fair, he'd have seen them in the PlayStation 5 box, given how badly packaged.
No, that's true.
Do you know? At work, we keep on doing about EDI now. Do you know about EDI? Like access, inclusion, and equality, diversion, and I can't remember what the I stands for. Inclusion. So that's not obvious to me. Thanks, Clarky. That's really good.
I mean, I don't want to be, all anti-woke and stuff, but you can't account for everything, including your level of stupidity sometimes.
Well, just a sign like just lift this would have been nice.
I mean, it's got a bloody hole in it where you put your thumb to lift the lid. I mean, it's not
and yet
you still managed to miss it. I mean,
and yet I put a screw through a PlayStation.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was that as well.
But I think maybe you need to get a job. Just going around to all the places where they box things, just as a kind of test. If you can't find everything in that box, that's failed.
Right? Yeah, it's like that guy that called the pizza company. Do you remember that? Like he called the pizza company, and it's like, "There's no cheese, there's no toppings on my pizza, on the frozen pizza."
It's fucking upside down.
Yeah, it's like, have you turned it the other way around? Like, oh shit, yeah, it's good. That is me. There's no common sense.
Absolute twat.
So so yeah, I haven't played it yet, Clarky, because I didn't want Vimesy to see that I've come online. But
I wouldn't have noticed. I'm not on my Xbox. What?
But yeah, so
I'd have to be on it to see it.
True.
Did he send you any? I was going to say, did he send you any games down with it? But I mean, that's,
no.
Fucking time.
Well, it doesn't take any games.
I did send it promptly though, Vimesy.
Oh. Well done, mate. Well done.
First class delivery straight to
the door. Did it arrive on your birthday? Did it, Pat? Oh no, it didn't, because Clarky forgot when it was.
No, it didn't. But
my book got to you on time.
Oh yeah, but listen, it's shat.
My book, my lucky book.
The bullshit is shat all over your book. It's shat all over it. Like when the next confessional quiz happens, Clarky starting with +10 straight away. Mate.
But you always do that anyway. There's no reason for that. You have to give the handicap a help up every now and again.
Whoa,
the handicap.
That's why they call it a handicap. That's all I'm saying. It's fine.
But apart from that, which I haven't been playing, but I haven't played much, man. I just been playing my little
God.
My play
the play date out.
Yeah. I whipped out at work.
There it is.
You whipped that out at work? Are you still
I was showing like one of my colleagues, and she was like, she just hates the shit I buy and stuff, and she just, let's just say she was like, how much did you pay for that?
Oh boy. Don't tell me you told her the truth.
I was like, £250.
Wow. Wow, you ain't never get that.
She's like, what? And I was like, I buy shit though. But I'm enjoying it. You know what?
Fuck her, Pet. She's probably paid more for abortions.
There goes the whole EDI thing. There goes the whole EDI. Basically, no, she's a lovely girl. But basically, what I was going to say about this is, guys, it's so satisfying, having new games every Monday, because of part of season 1.
Have you not heard of Game Pass? It's on that big white thing Clarky bought you.
Yeah, but it's just nice having this.
It doesn't have a crank on the side.
No, that's true.
You don't get burnt out. And when there's new games added, you get like a little special, like the LED turns like purple. So it's like a special little LED, like red when it's dying of battery, green when it's charging.
When
purple
Xbox do it, they send out a tweet.
Well, this lot you don't need a tweet. This comes up in the corner, and then
But you have to look at that then. I just have to look on Twitter and it goes, oh look, more stuff added to my Games Pass library.
well, you just every Monday, just don't have to look at anything every Monday.
For how long?
Well, I can't remember until the games are done. I think it's like 22 games, isn't it? So what? 2 games every week? How many weeks is that?
It's not long. 3 months then, roughly, is it? No, hang on, 22. So it's 11
22,
weeks.
2 games a week. 2 divided by 22 is 11 weeks.
Yeah.
If it's 22, I think it's 22 games.
I'm just saying, a Game Pass subscription costs you what, a year compared to?
It's cool. And every game is different, which is really cool. And yeah, I bought some more games in the catalog. They do a sale as well on the catalog. Actually, there's a sale right now on some games. So yeah, I just been playing this, man. Like, and Fortnite, obviously, new Fortnite season's out.
Oh God!
But reading out my little cover. It's all good. That's it.
You.
Who needs 4K when you've got
I will say, because we're talking about Game Pass, because I shoehorned it in. I upped my PlayStation sub to.
Oh yeah,
because I was on like the lowest of the low level.
Yeah, what did you up? What, all the way up?
Well, no, because there's like another tier where you get like access to their library of games.
Yeah.
And then there's the very premium tier, which is
the
like
retro
access to the games with all the retro shit. So I didn't go for that one. I went for the middle one, which is probably what most people have got, right?
So the middle one's just PS4 and PS5 games, isn't it?
I don't know why they don't shout about this more, because the library on that is fucking incredible. The library of games you get with that PlayStation mid-tier, whatever, it only cost me an extra, like, I don't know, it wasn't very much, a few quid to upgrade mine from like whatever. I think it works out, I think it's £99 a year. If you're buying like a year of PlayStation Plus, it's not essential, it's not premium, it's the one in the middle, I think. But that's like £99. You got loads of stuff on there that's really, really good. I was like going through that thinking, well, I mean, there's just loads and loads of sort of titles that I would actually play. And I'm thinking, why aren't they?
I think they're
not shouting about this, right? Because
it's not day one though. It's not like
no, but that's the thing. You don't get the kind of like you don't get, Uncharted day one, Last of Us day one, or anything like that. But the games that are on there are really good. I've picked up Dave the Diver. I was playing that. Played that for about 10. That's a good game. That someone should have told me about that one. That's a cracking little game.
Vimesy.
It's a good game. Have you played that, Pet?
No, I'm not interested.
You'd like it. You would like it if you've got PlayStation Plus, the middle one. I'm going to have to find out the fucking name of it. Just download it because it's cracking. It's really, really good, and it looks like Clarky, so it's great. So every time I'm sending you into the water, I can drown Clarky. It's honestly, it's really, really good. I would absolutely. I was really put off by the kind of when I was watching some of the sort of gameplay when he's at his sushi bar. So it's like two elements to it. One is where you go diving down and you kind of exploring the ocean and stuff like that, and you have to go and get fish to make sushi, but you're also picking up materials with which to upgrade your kind of your scuba gear and your weapons and all this sort of stuff. But then it kind of like, and at night you're in this sort of sushi bar and run by your mate who is basically taking advantage of you. And you have to kind of like serve food on time, pour drinks on time, all this sort of stuff. So you get that kind of double element. And then you get sort of dragged into this other story, which is a bit more like deep and dark and whatever. But it's just cracking. It's really, really good. I'm very much enjoying it. So yeah, I was just not much more to say on it. It's just that I was really surprised that there was such a big library of games and that they don't shout about them, because they should be shouting about them, because there's fucking loads on there. It's really, really good. So yeah. Thanks for your feedback, guys. Don't worry about engaging me in conversation.
I guess I don't know. What do you want me to get excited about?
A year ago.
You should get excited about it. Yeah. No, I don't know about getting excited about it. I'm just surprised that sort of PlayStation almost lie there and take it when Xbox bang on about Game Pass. And it's
but Xbox are banging on about like you don't need to go out and buy this game day one because it's on here. And I'm not talking about little games. I'm talking about the new Call of Duty. I'm talking about the new Elder Rings, like new Bethesda. So you coming on and saying like, okay, you know what, you can play that game that came out 6 months ago. It's not exciting. One, I've probably already got it. Like a lot of people already bought it. So it's like, well, what are you saying to me then? Because are you saying, I don't know, like I'm just not, it doesn't excite. If they said, you know what, all our first party studio games are coming on this thing day one, and it was like an Xbox thing, then it would be exciting and people would sign up more. But I don't know.
But they don't even mention it. I think that's the point. They don't even kind of like. I haven't heard them talk about this at all, like in any way whatsoever. I've not seen them sort of even discuss it. I'm just trying to see if on the PlayStation app it actually tells you.
They do tweet
what's
now and again what's been added to it. There's big rumors about the PS3 library coming in as well. Like, you know how they got PS2, PSP games were then added as well, PS1 games. There's rumors now about the PS3 games coming to it on the premium tier. That would be interesting. That I would probably, at that point, I think I probably would jump in, because that would be a lot more appealing to me. Some PS3 games are really expensive as well. So, but I've got
they got loads. They got things like Metro on there. They've got all the they got like the Assassin's Creed games and stuff is on there. So they're not like, they're not day and date stuff. They're not like, oh, here's I think half the Uncharted's are on there at least, if not all of them. But I just was like surprised when I was scanning down it. I was like, oh yeah, I bung that on my wish list. I bung that on my wish list. I bung that on my wish list. Get around to play, because I was just like, actually, do you know what? There's probably about the same number of games on PlayStation Plus that I want to play as there are on bloody Xbox, and they're probably the same fucking games, to be fair, because I'm not a big Xbox first party person anyway. So no, I didn't want, I was just wanted to mention it. So if people are out there feeling like they've got a PlayStation, feeling a bit sad because they haven't got Game Pass, I wouldn't swear it too much. Clarky, you been playing anything?
Yeah, man.
Have you?
I bought the new Destiny 2 expansion.
Excellent.
I'm surprised that's not free for normal PS Plus players.
The expansion?
I actually got it on PC, which means I have now owned Destiny on practically every platform it's available on.
Jeez, I don't even understand anymore. So, because bloody hell, you got 10 years of game there, right? So you can't just go to Steam and buy the latest, whatever it's called. What's it called? The Last Crusade.
Destiny 2
come out in 2014.
The Destiny 2, the base game, is free.
That's free, isn't it? Yeah.
And then if you buy the latest expansion, you'll have access to that expansion, but you won't have access to any of the ones that came in between the base game up to that expansion.
Okay. So does that mean, what about things like level cap and powers and skills and all that sort of stuff?
Well, that gets reset every game anyway, so there's always a higher cap.
Yeah, but wasn't there...
if you come into this new expansion, you'll be automatically start at the lower end of the level cap that this game has, if you will. So you'll start at the base level and you'll just upgrade yourself throughout this game.
How many people do you think are going to jump on Destiny 2 at this point with last expansion in a 10-year game?
Not many.
No, not many, I wouldn't have thought. Pet would probably do it, because he probably didn't read the manual or open a box or something. You go, oh, new Destiny. I'm all over this. So how is it?
It's good.
What do you do?
You go around shooting
aliens.
Yeah. They've even after 10 years actually added some new aliens into it as well.
What?
Yeah. Flying ones.
Are they just a reskin of the other ones?
No, they're not reskins. They're actually new ones.
Wow, they've waited this long. They must be really good then, because they've spent 10 years designing them.
The only thing I don't like about it is the whole expansion involves you entering the Traveler, if you will, and the method that you use to get the method that you use to get in there, it makes it seem like a very one-way trip for you.
Right.
But if you then try and go back to the tower, the game doesn't stop you from doing that. It just says, well, we really did, we kind of designed this so you'd stay in the expansion. So why do you just stay in there until you finished it and then go back to the tower? I thought that was a bit like, oh, come on now.
And they couldn't lock you in there, could they?
No, they couldn't.
So have you finished
No,
it?
it's good because they've really gone to town with a lot of the levels instead of it just like running to the end and shooting. They've added a lot of sort of almost raid-like mechanics into them. So you've got several objectives to do through each mission.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing it by yourself, Clarky, or do you have a squad? Clan?
I've been playing. I play the expansion by myself.
Is it still playable one person, or do you need a?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can play it with one person and free to completion.
Most of them you can.
Even the beats, even the big ones, the raids.
No, you can't do the raids on your own.
Okay.
Most of the story content, if I remember rightly, most of the story content, Pet, you can just play as if it's a single player game.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go and do like the rest of the game, like the end game of each expansion, so the raids and the strikes, I mean, you can play strikes solo, can't you, Clarky? It's just probably not a good idea.
You can if you want to, but no, it's not a good idea. But it's kind of it match makes you, so you don't have to have other friends with you, or just match make you with some others.
How many people do we know still playing Destiny?
Well, Skill Up still plays it.
Yeah, you don't really hook up with him very often, do you?
Well,
not anymore. Not since he got big.
He bugs you a lot.
The time difference, he lives in Australia.
Yeah, that'd be what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the final shape then, Clarky? Dodecahedron, I'm guessing. Is that joke run its course yet?
No, it's well, I don't think you'll find that out because it's not going to actually end until next year, is it?
Oh, come on, they milk it. I thought this was the final thing.
What did you think they were going to do? Conclude it and say, right, there you go, it's done.
It's a triangle. Yes,
I think it might be actually.
Yes, I mean but that's the thing, isn't it? They said this is the end of Destiny 2. So I did expect them to say this is the end of Destiny 2.
Called the final chapter.
I'd like to shout out to Keith David, who's done his absolute best at replacing Lads Reddick as Zavala.
Listen, it's a hard path to walk, Clarky, to be honest.
And it is.
Yeah.
The thing is, it just sounds like the Arbiter from Halo again, obviously, which he voiced.
Sometimes you've got too much knowledge, Clarky. You know that?
I know. Yeah,
they have to be focusing on. Is it called Concord now? Is it Concord?
Marathon? No.
Marathon,
is it Marathon? Are they going back to Marathon?
That's what they. Yeah, that's what they showed. They
are, but Destiny is going to continue. It's just the whole light and dark thing that's been the subject of the game since day one. That's ending.
So are they twisting it now? So it's no longer Destiny 2's 10-year thing is over. It's Destiny's 2 story for the last 10 years is over, but we might release a few expansions.
That they kind of said that about 6 years ago, but yeah, that's what.
No one was listing 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that.
Well, obviously I didn't. I thought it was ending. I thought that was it. Hence the final shape. Hence the end of our 10-year cycle. Hence this.
Anyway, that's temporarily been cast to one side now because I have been playing Shadow of the Erd Tree, the Elden Ring expansion.
You do surprise me.
Oh,
even I heard that your gamers are complaining how hard this one is.
That's very subjective. I'll tell you my story. So obviously, I've done the prerequisites to enter this DLC, which is which is pretty severe considering one of them involves you having to kill this boss in the base game that I think only 39% of players have actually killed.
It's because they weren't trying.
Yeah, he's an optional boss in the base game. You don't have to defeat him. He is really difficult. So I defeated him. This then gives you access to the DLC because a new NPC appears in his boss arena who wasn't there before you talk to them, and you get sent to the Shadowland or whatever it's called. It does your typical open world thing. You start off in
the Shadowland. This sounds like Kingdom Hearts now, Clarky.
It is. It's like, if you've seen the Elden Ring's land, it's all very green and it's got this massive golden tree that overlooks. It's quite bright and almost cheerful for a FromSoft game. And what they've kind of done is done the it's almost like a photograph negative. So when you kind of go into the Shadowland, it's not, the map's not the same, but the kind of color scape is kind of reversed. It's all it's beautiful. It's absolutely fucking stunning.
Oh,
Yeah. What are you
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
on?
You start on PS5.
PS5.
So obviously, you start off in a cave. You walk out, and you appear out of this cave into this lovely, wide open, verdant field of long grass. So I started walking down the field. I felt a bit like Russell Crowe in Gladiator. You know, when he's running his hand through the grass in that dream sequence.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that in Elden Ring.
Then in the distance, I see what's obviously my first challenge. There's some sort of enemy perched atop some ruins. It spots me, jumps down, runs towards me. I'm thinking, hey, look at me. I'm one high level mofo. Nobody's defeating me here.
Is it a man? What kind of enemy is it?
Well, it was this weird, like, scarecrowy type thing. And what it did, it ran up to me, backflipped into the air, grabbed my head between its legs, and then flipped me over and proceeded to eviscerate me with these two circular blades it had in my hand. So I went back to the entrance of the cave, walked through the grass again, avoided this enemy, and carried on my journey. But no, this is excellent. It's not. The thing is with Elden Ring, obviously, there's rewards for playing through it multiple times, and it gets harder each time you finish the game and start again. So you've got new game plus, new game plus, new game plus, and so forth. So I imagine a lot of these people who are saying it's too difficult have entered the expansion, which is designed to be more challenging than the base game, but they've then entered it at new game like +8 or something, which is absolutely insane. You don't want to be doing that. I mean, it took me 2 years to finish Bloodborne's expansion because I went into that at new game +5 or something, and it just makes it incredibly hard. I mean, the bosses are challenging. They're a lot more aggressive than they are in the base game. Usually when you start a boss fight, you get a moment to get your bearings while it kind of like circles or comes towards you. These ones, I had one literally one-shotted me the moment I went through the fog gate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really fast. They hit hard, but again, they're not invincible, and they can be defeated. I mean, anybody who picked up the Mimic tier in the base game is not going to struggle with this game. No, the Mimic. Also, you've got options. You can like drop you can like turn on the multiplayer outside a boss room if you want, and you can summon other players in, and they can give you a hand. Usually recommended you only take one other player in, because if you take two in, it massively
scales though, doesn't it? But it scales with you if you got summons anyway.
Yeah, so you get two in there, and it massively increases the boss's health bar. And then if one of you gets killed, the other two there, you're left there trying to chip away at this like humongous health pool that the boss
it does make me laugh, because they sort of say like, oh yeah, if you get stuck, summon somebody in to help you. But if you summon someone in to help you, the boss's health pool literally doubles.
Well, it's even worse. I think it more than doubles if you take two people in with you. So the best thing to do is you can either try and do it with the optional NPC summon. This is like a non-multiplayer.
Well, even that bumps it up. Though,
it does. Or you've got the Ashes of War.
Oh yeah.
Now the Ashes of War is something where when you defeat strong enemies, they'll sometimes drop you an Ash of War, and this it essentially gives you the option to summon like a ghostly version of them, and they'll fight alongside you.
So, Pet, think about like if you ever played Far Cry 5, I want to say, and you could like have the dog with you and things like that. Yeah, a bit like that. So you can just call on these, like, so one of them is literally three wolves. There's a floating jellyfish. There are other sort of like knights that you've defeated and stuff. So you can literally, when you get into a boss area, there'll be a little symbol comes up on your screen saying you can summon whatever is your equipped spirit ash to help you out.
The new Zelda games copied this then.
Yeah, pretty much. Zelda copied Elden Ring from software ages.
One of the more powerful Ashes of War in the base game that you can find, and it is difficult to find, is called the Mimic tier.
That's not
what this does is if you fully upgrade this using the magic flowers you use to upgrade it, if you summon the Mimic tier, it essentially creates a copy of your character. So it will be you with all of the weapons and abilities you have, and it's essentially you, but like you if you were good at the game, if you will. This thing just runs straight in and starts pummeling them. I mean, I've done a couple of lesser bosses in this, and I've literally summoned the Mimic here and just stood back and watched it kill the boss.
It's just cheesing.
It's not cheating
what's
if
the
the game
score,
lets
Pat?
you do it, Vimesy. I believe you
No, it's not
coined
the
that
score.
quote, first of all.
I do have the Portugal game in the background, but I just realized as part of the news, I forgot to say about the Nintendo Direct that was released.
That's all right. There's nothing interesting in it anyway.
We can talk about it a bit after if you
Yeah.
want. But yeah, as soon as I said Nintendo, I thought, shit, that was a big news topic.
I did succumb to kind of FOMO on this one and ended up picking it up again on PC. So I started playing it because my save's on Xbox, and I'm like, I don't know how far through. I'm fairly far through the game on Xbox. I'll go PC.
You bought it on PC the day before it came out, and then the day it came out, he sends me a snippet from PC Gamer saying Steam Deck users are having big issues with it.
To be fair, it runs absolutely flawlessly on the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
it really does. However,
yeah,
I just installed Elden Ring on the PC today, so I've been playing it on the Steam Deck, and I'm kind of level 40 or something on my new save. I've got my various bits and pieces up together. I know what I've got to go and do. So I've booted on oh my god, the PC version looks fucking amazing. Doesn't it? Really fucking. I mean, I thought the Steam was all right, but this looks fucking incredible.
If you remember, they came out the same month, right? So this was a big green ticked game that came out on what was like a reason to own a Steam Deck when it first came out was it runs this amazingly well. And then it was also like Death Stranding. Do you remember, Clarky? They're trying to promote like, look how well Death Stranding runs.
Yeah,
as well.
I think it was the expansions kind of obviously it's got its own bugs which have.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm nowhere near the expansion stuff yet in my new save.
Have you completed it, Clarky, the expansion?
No, I'm nowhere near it. I mean, I've put about 20 hours into it so far. I haven't even covered the map. And the map's very deceptive in this because we know it's not as big as the base games, but what you're presented with as the map screen, it kind of makes you think, oh, right, so this is the entire map and those little bits around the edge of the blacked out areas. All right, fair enough. But no, you find your first map piece and then that square gets bigger. It's like, oh no, this is quite a.
These games are all awful for players like me who want to go and explore every inch of the map. It's a nightmare.
The thing is it's more kind of more condensed and more dense, if you will. There's a lot in this smaller space. I mean, obviously, a lot of the dungeons you've got are very vertical. There's a few of these new jails which are extremely vertical in the fact that they've got some like jumping bits to get down as you go deeper and deeper into the depths. They've kind of made the dungeons a little bit harder now because there's only one site of grace in them at the entrance. There's no kind of second one further in. So if you die just before the boss door, you go right back to the beginning.
Clarky, can you try and explain to my naive little brain where like one would find the enjoyment in this game? Like, is it? I'm trying to. I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't get it, Clarky. I just don't get. What I see in a naive point of view was like I just see very slow gameplay. I see.
Oh, Pet.
What?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Explain to me. Like I see something that's hard to control, not accurate, not this, not that. So what? Can you explain to me why?
Then you haven't been looking at footage of Elden Ring.
Yeah, you haven't been listening.
But even like Bloodborne, like I love the theme. I loved the theme. I loved where I was. I loved all that, how it made me feel. But what am I missing? Why don't I like these games?
So this is like each enemy you meet is, and it can be the lowest of the low, or it can be like a big boss, right? It's the most precise hitbox you'll find outside like a 2D fighting game. Right, so Street Fighter 2, whatever, and from software games are known for that. The combat, for me, the thing I really love about them is the exploration of it. Every single nook and cranny. It's a bit like Breath of the Wild, but like on fucking speed. There's every little nook, every little cranny. There's something. There's a jumping puzzle. There's something. You'll go through the map for the 10th, 12th, 15th time and stumble on something you completely fucking missed the first 15 times through, right? But the combat. Each enemy has its different moveset, which you can take on in so many different ways. The combat is not slow, right? If you can play it slow. For example, if you go and pick up a greatsword, which is like, you're kind of what's that sword that Final Fantasy VII massive great fucking
the Buster Sword.
The Buster Sword, right? That's a heavy piece of shit, right? You ain't swinging that like a katana, right? That's what you're doing. You're timing it so you can swing that sword. So you're timing the heavy hit to hit at exactly the right point.
Monster Hunter style.
Yeah, basically, right? You go and equip a katana.
Not really like Monster Hunter.
No, but like it is that weight of the thing is there, right? The katana is going to be faster, smoother, quicker. Daggers are going to be quicker, even still, right? You got and the amount of weapons that are in this game. In each single set of weapon, each school of weapons, if you like, has its own move set. So it's not just like if I swing a long sword, it's completely different to me swinging a curved sword. It's completely different.
But is it completely the same as swinging the other 9 long swords?
Well, yeah, kind of. The moveset might be the same, but depending on the buffs that are on it and what it allows you to equip on that and how you can change that weapon. So you can get a long sword and then you can kind of go, okay, I'm going to upgrade this weapon. You kind of got obviously a longer +1, +2, +3, +4, but then you can say, actually, I want to turn this into a different type of weapon. So I might want to turn it into a keen blade or whatever, and it'll do different types of damage. Or you go down I've picked up a special weapon. So I picked up a particular hammer, or I picked up a particular, like Bloodhound's Fang or something like that, which is like a curved sword that inflicts bleed. So you can have lots of different builds. So you can go for, okay, so just on the melee side of stuff, you could have like a frost build. You could have it's a bit like Diablo, right? So when you play Diablo and you can I'm going to have a frost build, I'm going to have a fire build, I'm going to have a poison build, I've got a dex build, a strength build. You've got all sorts of different things. And that's just the melee side. The archers are viable in this. They're not great, but they're viable. Mage is huge, right? And then you can combine the two, so you have a melee spellcaster.
Why don't you recommend, like, there's 2 games like this now on PS5, Demon Soul remake and this, and you don't recommend any of them for me?
Because
the thing is, I mean, if I was going to suggest any, I would suggest Elden Ring to your pet, because while it's a large game with lots and lots of tough bosses in them, it doesn't kind of limit you into thinking, right, you're stuck at, like in Bloodborne, you're stuck at Father Gascoigne, you can't go any further. No, in Elden Ring, if you can't defeat a boss, just go off and do something else and find another way. The only requirements in the base game are that you kill 2 shard bearers, which are like demigod bosses, but there are about 5 or 6 of them in the actual game, so you only need to kill 2 of them.
Yeah, but to get to the first shard bearer could be tens of hours. You could take that long just getting there.
But obviously, if you're still stuck in that, if you're still stuck doing that one thing, you can go off and do something else. Some area you might find a little bit easier. Then you'll start to level up. Then you can go back and think, now I'm going to take this guy on. I'll be able to kick his ass, and you'll do so.
So Bloodborne's very linear. Demon Souls is similar. In fact, if you're on that PlayStation mid-tier that we talked about earlier, Demon Souls is in it. So if you want to go
the remake, the PS5 one,
it's included in that mid-tier. So if it's there, I think Demon Souls might put you off a little bit because it's a little bit too.
Demon Souls is slow.
It is slow, but it's also obtuse. So Elden Ring is
Dark Souls. I found very slow.
Elden Ring can be as quick as you want it to be, right? So I've gone a bit cheese, Clarky. Sorry, mate. I've gone Bloodfang Samurai. Right? Very fast, very nimble, big fucking sword, lots of bleed. Right. So when you come out into Limgrave, into this first area, there's a knight on a horse, right? And you think, oh, right, there's my first enemy, and you walk out, and he will fucking decimate you, right?
Can you ride the horse?
You get a horse. Don't worry about the horse.
You get
you get your own horse. He's better.
Can the horse die?
No.
It's called the spectral steed.
He's like a ghost horse.
So you can literally, you can. I mean, with you saying it's slow, and how many times I've been running down the side of a hill, press the square button, and he immediately summons the horse, jumps on the horse. Then you're riding on the horse, and then you might come to an enemy, and then you can jump in the air, de-summon the horse, and land down, de-summon the horse, land down, start hitting him. It's really fast.
If you think about can you imagine me playing Street Fighter 6 Right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen it, right? It's not pretty. Okay.
No.
So like you could do that if you could have like that, and then you could have someone like Sunny Legend. Is that his name? Sunny Legend? Whatever his name is on Twitter. He does all those like Devil May Cry, he does Elden Ring stuff, he does what was that other one, the other From One Clarky with the general thingy majiggy buggy
General Levy.
Oh,
Sekiro, yeah. So he does like he just gets the combat down pat, right? You can can make it look fucking devastatingly, awesomely, brilliantly, wonderful, right? It just depends how you want to play it. If you want to play it where you are a mage and you stand right as far away from people as you possibly want to, and you just fucking literally fling fireballs or whatever at them, do that, right? You don't even have to get hit.
It does sound like Street Fighter.
A little bit, right? But it's you know, you can. That's the thing about Elden Ring is you come out into that thing, you see that knight, and there's a way forward. There's a very obvious you want to go here, and the game sort of says you can't. That's kind of where your main path goes. You hit that first knight, you're like, fuck this. You turn around, you go the other way. You go south, you go down to this whole peninsula that's got its own secrets. It's a whole that part is like 10 hours worth of gameplay just turning away from the main fucking strip, and you just go, you learn, you get good. Right, and you don't get good just by like saying, "Oh, it's punishing." It's not. It just starts to become natural. You start moving, you start leveling, you start learning the weapons. You might think, actually, the weapon I originally chose isn't great, so I'm just going to swap to a different one. Do that. It doesn't limit you. It doesn't say you're stuck to doing this at any point. You start off as a mage, and you decide after 2 hours, I don't like this. I want to get down and dirty. Swap to a sword. Get in people's faces. It's absolutely fine. Mix it up. Do both. Yeah, so that's the beauty of Elden.
They've put some really good new weapons in the expansion.
Oh, I really want that fucking, was it the light longsword? What's it called? Her Majesty?
Oh, Milady.
Milady, that's it. Yeah.
What you really want is the one that you get off the second boss.
Twin blades.
You can use two for the special attack, but normally one's just slotted over the shoulder. The one I'm liking is I didn't even realize it was a new weapon until I read it on the wiki. I just picked it up and it looks like a consumable item. It's a pair of perfume bottles.
Yes, the perfumia.
Yeah, and then it turns out, so I found the poison perfume, the fire perfume, and the lightning perfume, which that lightning perfume is totally getting nerfed in the next patch, I can assure you. Yeah. And their main weapons, they don't consume FP or anything, they just consume stamina. What they do is you like wafted in front of you, and it's like
sensors, aren't they? Like those sensors that you get in church, Pet. You know, like when you're going to your Greek church and they have like the wafting sensor that goes down with all the smoke billowing.
Yeah.
These weapons are like that. They're like mini sensors that you can, and that's the weapon.
I haven't touched on this combat yet, but there's actually hand-to-hand combat in it now.
Yeah, martial arts,
which involves martial arts and kicks. I mean, I watched one guy kicking some enemy, jumps in the air, another one flew at him, and he just roundhouse this other enemy into the ground.
Yeah, it looks. I can't wait to get to that, but that's a way off for me because I've got to get there. I've got to go fight Radahn and Moog. That's going to be fun. So I'm a good few hours off that. It's a really difficult one, Pat. The problem is like, because you bounced off Bloodborne so hard, it's difficult to suggest going and spending whatever Elden Ring costs.
You've got to take your time with the bosses as well. I mean, you'll see videos of people, and these are people
taking them down in like 3 hits.
Yeah, these are people that have run through the game 5 times and have a particular attribute absolutely maxed out, so they cause massive damage. You can't do that. You kind of have to look for openings.
I've had some great fights just with normal knights.
You can summon people into the game. You've got your Ashes of War that can help you out. Quite often, if you run into NPCs during your travels, quite often if you talk to a certain one, they'll end up joining you outside the boss gate.
Yeah, it's just there's so much, they're so deep, but you do need to kind of commit to a certain level of I'm willing to learn, rather than it just being, I mean, all you basically got, right, if you look at it, is I've got a heavy attack, a light attack. That's it, right? And there's a weapon skill as well. It's like a special attack, but
Do you have combos like God of War style, like square?
not really. No,
Some of the weapons do have
you
those.
can combo kind of like light, heavy, but it's and some of the new weapons have got combos, but they're not. It's not really about that. It's more about timing. It's more about learning attack patterns. Dodges. Parrying.
One of the weapons I use frequently is the sword that you can get at the end of the base game. And obviously what you can do with weapons as well, you can upgrade your weapons to make them more powerful. So I have that sword absolutely maxed out, and it's a great sword, not one of the colossal ones, so you can still waft it around with some heft. But its special attack, it basically just sweeps it across the ground, and it sends this massive area of effect field out from you that just kills anything in its path.
Yeah, it's cheese.
It's not cheese, Vimesy. It's in the game.
The game lets you do it. Yeah, I don't know, Pat. It's a really difficult way to sort of see.
That's a great weapon when you're in dungeons, because if you're not sure what's in a room, you can just at the door just go, and that'll show you if there was anything there.
It's the kind of game that for you, I would suggest, if you are in any way interested, and I'm not sure that you are, but if you were, I would suggest to go to Twitch and go and just watch a couple of people playing it. But don't just pick one person, because people play it in so many different ways. And I'm not saying go and watch them for an hour. I'm just saying, go watch 10 minutes of this guy playing it, switch to another Twitch streamer, see that person playing it. And I guarantee most of them, that person will be playing it as a mage, that person will be playing it as a samurai, that person will be playing it as a colossal greatsword, this person will be playing it as a mixture of two. They'll all be doing it different ways. And that will give you at least a taste of what you're missing. Because I think
I might even Twitch Sunset Pet. How about
he
that?
says that every time.
You'd watch me.
I'd watch Clarky, but
watch him get slammed.
Excuse me.
Yes. Well, it's a different streaming thing.
I don't want to see that video.
Only fans.
Oh God.
But yeah, no, it is good, and I'm enjoying going back to Elden Ring. I really, really am. And once you kind of know I can run through. So now I'm right at the very beginning of the game. Basically, the thing that took me 40 hours of gameplay, where I am on my 40-50 hours of gameplay on my Xbox save, right? I could probably get there in 3 or 4 hours now, because I know what I need to do, and I know direct routes, and you can kind of once you know.
You just feel like you wasted so much time.
Because I now know where I can run through, what I need to take on. I know the map. I know where this particular item is that I want. I know what the direct route is. There's no wasting time there. You're not wasting time, because it's not. If I just wanted to mainline to a boss, it's not really the game. It's you can do that if that's how you want to get to it, but that's not kind of no. I know where I want it. I know I've got there's 3 or 4 main sites I've got to clear through to get to where I am, and I reckon I'm maybe 4 or 5 hours away.
Whereabouts are you, Vimesy? You can tell.
Oh, so I haven't even killed Godric yet.
I love that fight.
I'm still pottering about just doing just getting myself sorted. So I've just got my fang, just got my little bits and pieces. So I'm literally just about to go get it on. So I've basically just got myself ready, and I'm about to do the run. And I'll try to go through the castle, head into Lernia, go through Lorelicaria, do the Carrion Manor, and then get myself up to Atlas, and then that's pretty much where I am in my Xbox.
Oh, you can, like I said, you only need to kill 2 shard bearers.
That is true.
And Radahn and Moog are both shard bearers.
Yeah.
So you could, if you wanted, just skip Godric and Renala.
Every time you say that word, I keep thinking of child bearers.
Shard bearers.
They carry the shards of the Elden Ring.
So you've got bosses, and then you've got demigod bosses, and the demigod bosses are the ones that you need to kill to progress the game, if you will.
Do you have god bosses?
Yeah, the final bosses are god.
Oh shit. Okay,
it's good fun.
It is.
It's good fun.
Oh, they patched out this cheese I found out on the final boss. Back when I first played it was when it first came out, and I'd heard about this, and I thought, "Nah, this is bullshit. There's no way you can do this." The final boss is in 2 stages. You kind of fight a person, and then like its second stage is this huge demon.
Diplodocus.
Yeah.
It looks like a C3 Diplodocus. It really does.
Yeah. So someone said if you run up to the last boss, the first stage of him, and then just stop right in front of him, he won't move. So I thought, nah, no way this will work. Anyway, I did it, ran right up to him, stopped, and he just freezes in place. Now, if you hit him with a weapon, he starts moving again and attacks you. But if you spam him with spells, he never moves.
Oh, mate. Melee builds must have been really pissed.
I know. As I was just there with the glintstone magic. Ding, ding, ding.
Cheese. See, Clarky is king of cheese.
But
I really
think they kind of patched it out in a way that's like gone fuck you to everyone who used it, because when you run up to him, he does stop for a moment and then suddenly just raises his hammer up and brings it down on you.
Yeah, and that should one shot you. That should just be punishment. Yeah, go. I'd go watch somebody, whether it's Clarky or a couple of other people, Pat, if you've got any interest in it.
It is as open world games go, Pat. This is one of the best, if not the best.
I'm not interested in jumping in right now, but maybe in the future.
You get into Dragon's Dogma?
No, I came to a hard stop on that. I haven't been back since.
Yeah, but you liked it when you played it, right?
Loved it when I played it. Loved it.
Yeah, so Elden Ring might be similar sort of thing.
Loved it.
Don't think Bloodborne. Think Skyrim.
Loved it.
Skyrim, but better in every single fucking way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm playing a lot more old school at the moment, games and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. The play date. Well, in that case, give David Diver a go, because that is absolute quality, mate. Honestly,
do you know what I've been playing a lot of actually lately? I forgot to mention. I've been playing a lot of. I've got this like I go through little phases, and I've been on like arena shooters, old school arena shooters lately. So I've been playing Unreal Tournament 3 a lot.
Oh, sweet.
Really nice. Really, I tried to actually get into Quake. Now that I've got a Steam Deck, because Quake isn't on console. Well, the remake is, but I can't sign into my Bethesda account. It's so fucking annoying. And it only lets you.
That is Bethesda fucking something up.
Even like I went on to change my password. They were like, okay, put in your email address, and we'll send you no email address. Try and log in. Like, oh, maybe it doesn't exist. Oh no, someone already exists with that email address. So we'll send me the fucking part. So I can't play Quake, but Unreal Tournament 3, I've been really enjoying. And you know my PlayStation 3. You know my PlayStation 3. I've got the I wanted it on Steam Deck, but they've taken all the Unreal tournaments off the Steam Deck, off Steam library, and they've put them on Epic only. So yeah, you can't. I want to play the original Unreal Tournament. That's what I want.
I used to play Unreal Tournament. I used to play.
You can get
like,
you can get the Epic Store working on Steam Deck, can't you?
You can.
Say that again, mate?
You can get the Epic Store to work on Steam Deck.
Yeah,
can you?
can.
What if you go through the desktop version or something like that?
Yeah, I think Scale Speeder did a video on how to do it.
Yeah,
you can get look at that,
same as you can with the Ubisoft launcher and all that.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I haven't got the Epic launcher on it. I've got
Ubisoft
and stuff on there.
Yeah, you do some tinkering in desktop mode, and then you can add it to like as a subfolder into your main Steam Deck.
It's really more difficult. I managed it, so it's really not that difficult.
I might check that out. But there's something there's something really refreshing playing a arena shooter now. Like it's just got rid of all the old shit, like all the new shit. Like I forgot it doesn't even have reloading in the game, so you don't reload any guns. You just shoot forever until your bullets are out. You cock the guns, but you don't reload the gun. So you might shotgun cock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find it really refreshing. Actually, obviously you can't aim down sight apart from with snipers, and yeah, I just really liking running around killing bots. I'm not playing online. I don't know if there is online servers anymore. I never tried. I just like playing against bots.
Oh, no, I don't want to go back to it because it'll ruin it. Because I know what it's like in my head, and I love those. I like Unreal Tournament.
Well, I've got that 1080p thing for my PlayStation 3, don't I? So it looks great. It looks great.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure, it's lovely. All right. Anything else, boys, that you want to talk about tonight?
I'm good this week.
Sweet. All right. In that case, we shall call it a night. Yeah. So Sorry, I'm just checking something out. No, that's good. Fine. Right, lovely.
I personally can't wait to hear about all the Xbox games Pet's play next time we're on.
He's gonna all over
now
it.
he knows he has a controller and cables.
I'm all over it.
What could be wrong? All right, then. Until next week, thank you very much for listening, and good night.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
The Gamer's Confessional. Back